You ever wondered if your love life can be your testimony? My thoughts are trending towards fabulous notions like this right now. Jesus has entered into our darkness and into the multi-dimensional soup of humanity, and his entrance in my life dovetailed off of a relationship, a love relationship. I was in love with a dude. Oh my goodness. And I remember that after a few knockdown dragouts, a little bit of drunkenness, a little bit of ravishing, a little bit of violence, and things were unwinding, I remember, mind you, statistically, I'm going to take a divergence here for a moment. Can you endure me with my divergence? Because statistically, these things just don't work out. You connect the dots. I'm sure somebody's got some charts somewhere. Some fundamentalist has got some charts. They would have showed me about how gay relationships really work. Well, let Jesus enter into your darkness, okay? Let Jesus enter in. He is the light that shines out of the darkness. And I know a lot of fundamentalists have neat little packages disassociated from the reality of their own humanity. They have a hard time reckoning that Jesus has joined himself to their darkness, to their depths. And even if the doctrine of the incarnation was squarely hit home in a lot of these fundamentalist hearts, I do know that certainly homosexuality's got to be an exclusion to that. So there should be a little asterisk next to the incarnation in the theology books, except homosexuality, because God won't touch that one. But anywho, I wasn't experiencing a statistic. I was in love. Then there's some passion going on there. And there's some heartbreak. And there were some tears. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I remembered that song by Foreigner came out like around the 80s times, whenever. And I sang that from my heart a few times. In the midst of my heartbreak over John. His name was John. I sang that. I want to know what love is. And I want you to show me. Babies, it is so... This way of life widens upwardly for the wise to turn away from destruction beneath. And I've got to tell you, in these... It's hard to let go. A lot of times we do it kicking and screaming. A lot of times we let go and then go back. A lot of times we vacillate. There's a lot of ambivalence. Ultimately, I had to let go of John. But it wasn't without the tears. It wasn't without that song. It wasn't without that, unbeknownst to myself, that prayer. And I prayed it. And I sang it. And in that act of letting go, in that genuine appeal to know what love really is, I opened the door wide open for Jesus Christ to come into my life. I opened the door wide open to that darkness that was in me. Poof! There was a spark There was light, and it manifested all around. And within a year, love walked in. Love walked in. And you know something? This way of life hasn't changed in all these years since. And I'm sure the heartbreak and the drunkenness and the violence were a bit of a divergence. But you know something? The fundamentalism, the subsequent fundamentalism, and my excursion into it, that was a bit of a divergence too. I'm super impressed right now. Holy Ghost is on me. I'm hearing His voice. Beloved, I never called you to be a fundamentalist. Beloved, I never called you to white knuckle it and strive so hard, trying to manage your sin, trying to decondition yourself for acceptance among circles that don't understand how I made you. I just wanted to continue loving you. That's all that I want. I just want to continue loving you. And I'm prophesying that to those that are able to receive. To those who have ears to hear, just be still, let go, and let Him love you. Fast forward, modern day. I've got lovesickness. I've still got the bug. I've still got the bug, babies. I'm a sucker for a nice body. And then when a heart comes along with it, stunning. Stunning. And my prayer is no different than it was back then. And I know better now. A little bit enlightened. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Things are a little different today, though. Because not only, I know, I've got an inkling of what love is. I've been loved on. I've been loved on by some divine love for a lot of years. And in my pursuit of it, and in my reaching forth of it into the club scene and homosexuality and the violence and the passion and the heartache and in fundamentalism with a couple of the goosebumps and the slobberiness of the altars and then a little bit of the rigidness, you know, we're all on a journey. We're all looking for some love. But you know something? Today, that's still my prayer. I want to know what love is. I know you can show me. Love, 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 love. I want to be the lover. He wants, this is the word of the Lord to me today. It's a verse from the writings of Rumi. They come to me, the Sufi mystic, about being the lover. Being loved on to the point that you become the lover. I want to be a lover. Jesus, I want to be a lover like you're a lover. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what it looks like. But I've had a treasure trove of heavenly affection poured into me for a lot of years, and I can't contain it anymore. So fault me if you will for my holy kisses, but this stuff's coming out. I am the lover.